Hello guys, today I want to talk about Raiden Shogun. I want to review her role in the last Archon quest and speculate about her gameplay. In the end, I'm going to make a conclusion and decide, is this character good or bad, because 2 months ago many people were confused by her kit and her story. So first things first, let's begin with the main story. When the traveler arrives at Inazuma in a search of Ball, or Raiden Shogun, at first she seems like a main villain of this arc, but do not forget about the Fatui, they're always bad guys. Because of the Fatui, Raiden Shogun was forced to open the Vision Hunt decree, as she claims all that was for reaching eternity, but in reality she was deceived and couldn't do anything about it. I guess you have some questions on your mind. How is this possible for a foreigner to manipulate the Archon, the literal god of this land? Well, the answer is not as simple as you may think, because the body called Raiden Shogun is just a puppet, and the real Raiden is hidden in the Buba sword called Muso no Hitotachi. The name of true Raiden is A. She placed her consciousness in this sword. Inside the Muso no Hitotachi, there's a dimension called Plane of Euthymia, where A meditates and eating snacks and reading light novels. She decided to live in this sword because of her own mindset about the eternity she's always talking about. Also, the reason behind that action is death of her sister. Her name was Raiden Makoto. Oh man, the story is quite complicated right here. Okay, let me get this straight. The very first Elector Archon was Makoto, aka Bao, but she died 500 years ago in the Cataclysm, and A, aka Beelzebub, became a new one and took the name Baal. They both had the same appearance, so when Makoto died, nobody even noticed that now it was A who was ruling over Inazuma. By the way, ordinary folks didn't know that their Archon had a twin sister. That's why no one paid attention to the changes in their president. After her loss, A decided to make a puppet that will rule Inazuma instead of her. The first attempt was kinda bra and we got the Scaramouche Can You Do the Fandango guy. After that, the world received the best sexy puppet, Raiden Shogun. You probably did not get anything, but I'm just saying it relying on my memories, and I can't remember everything that happened in this quest. But in the end, we were able to defeat Raiden Shogun and open her eyes on the situation with the Vision Hunt decree. After that, she cancelled the decree and everyone became much happier. Also, I have something to mention. Raiden is one of the strongest Archons in Genshin Impact. By saying that, I shall prove her power, I guess. Well, she killed Signora. Of course, my Lemin did all the work, but kill is a kill. The next one is a huge snake called Orobashi. This snake is a god, but also this snake has been one-shotted by Raiden's burst, and the big crash on Yashowari Island was landed by Muso no Hitotachi. And you might say that she can't be called strong because we already defeated her. Yes, we did win against her, but man, the plot had no choice but to give us a victory, otherwise we would have been killed long ago. Let's stop here. I think I said enough about her story part. Now let's see something in her design. Well, let's be honest. She looks amazing, she looks kinda submissive and breathable, and looks like a perfect wife, but do not let this girl deceive you. Actually, her biggest weakness is her cooking skills, by which I mean she can't cook at all. But come on, if I ever had her as my wife, I would never tell her to cook something, because I can cook quite well, and as we all know, the queen's job is to do whatever she wants to. You all may think that I am a simp, but that's only in Raiden's case. With other girls, we should act like a normal guy. Also, I was wondering, if Shogun has her own will, can we date both of them? I mean, Shogun can't do anything without A's orders, but on the other side we can teach Shogun how to live in this world. That sounds totally crazy. Even if we could do that, I'm afraid it's not that good. Because if one of them becomes a yandere, then we're dead. We're so fucking dead. So that was the first part of the video. Let's get to the second. We need to talk about her kit and what she can do with all these electric things. Her primary role is considered to be a sub-DPS unit, but if you have no characters of 5-star rate and you have only Raiden, then you can run her as a main DPS. Yes, I am fully aware of my words and I can guarantee that you will not be disappointed. Her main stat is ER, Energy Recharge. And what can I say about her build? Well, the only set that will work on her with high efficiency is the Emblem of Severed Fate. I don't want to explain what it does because you can read it yourself. My recommendations are: first, get her crit ratio 1 to 2. Second, also get her ER stat as high as possible. The third, don't forget about the attack stat. My Raiden Shogun runs the attack sense, electro damage cap and crit damage hat, whatever. I believe building her that way is the best way to go. Let's get our hands on her skills. Raiden's basic attack deal average damage up to 5 hits, but they're pretty fast, so it's a good thing to go away with. Her charge attack deals damage almost everywhere because the range is increased in both directions. Also, the animations of these attacks are the most beautiful thing in this game. Her elemental skill deals some damage in the small area upon the activation. After that, with every normal charged plunge attack, lightning will appear, dealing some electro damage, helping your other damage dealers to have reactions. Also, that skill buffs your active character's bursts based on their energy costs. At level 10, it will give you 0.3% per 1 energy, so you'd better have some energy starved characters in your party. Well, the main dish is here, right in front of us. The burst. What is she doing with her bursts? She's getting the booba sword out of her booba, and on the first slash deals significant amount of electro damage, and then you have 7 seconds to spawn normal and charge attacks, which were converted in electro damage. Also, Raiden gains resistance to knock-ups and downs, and no one can even move her in this angry mommy mode. Basically, you still need a shield because she's quite squishy and she can't endure more than a few hits in the face. Another thing to mention, while she deals damage in her burst, she's slowly gaining energy for her party members. This makes her the best battery in the game. And another thing to talk about is her ring behind her back. This is her resolve stacks. This ring is only for her burst. The more stacks you have, up to 60, the more damage you will deal with your booby sword. Her main problem is her compatibility with Beta's burst, but that doesn't matter in my opinion. I mean, who the fuck plays Beta as a main DPS when every single player has 2 or more 5 stars at this point? I like Beta, don't get me wrong. I just said she can't compete with 5 stars in terms of damage, that's all. Well, I told you about her kit, but if you find any mistakes in my description of it, don't hesitate to write it down in the comments. Now, let's move on to the last part of the video, the conclusion. I think that Raiden Shogun is one of the coolest characters in the entire game. The thing is, before her release, I was discussing the character with my friend, and I told her that I won't spend a single Primogem on Raiden's banner. Yes, I was literally hating on the character. I was hating my favorite girl and talked shit about her. And well, I ended up getting her C3. Would have been C4, but Deluxe. I got her and I fell in love. Raiden is so good that she transformed me from her hater to her husband and her simp. That's how good Raiden actually is. But I'm still confused. Her demo holds 6.6 million views and got 400k likes. That's an absolute record in terms of like statistics. But the main tragedy is the amount of views. I mean, even Kokumi, the worst character in the game, gained more views. How things ended up this way, I don't know. Also, after Raiden's release, people got mad, saying, "Nah, Raiden is not worth it, she's weak, she's useless," and etc. They meant C0 Raiden, but I don't know. Raiden's pretty strong at C0 with a catch, so I don't have any clue why these idiots were so frustrated about it. The only thing I can say about Genshin community is that I haven't seen more toxic yet greedy fandoms ever. So if you want your brain to be alright, just don't look in the Twitter and Reddit. These are the most toxic platforms ever existed. Coming back to my baby girl Raiden, she's awesome, both in design and her kit. She's good at support role, she's even better in DPS position. Special thanks to the voice actress of Raiden Shogun, Anna Yatko. Yatko. I'm sorry if I spell it wrong, because I don't know how do I spell it, sorry. But she literally made me calm with her voice. That's why English dub is much better than the Japanese dub. For example, Jean Lee, Raiden Shogun, Yoimiya, Yaemiko, all of them have better voices in the English version. I think I'll stop right here, and we will meet again in the next video. But for now, that's all I wanted to show you. So leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy this little trip in Genshin Impact history. See you soon. Bye.
Gone. Reduced to atoms.
You fucking bitch, why you bully me? Everyone asking.
Yeah.